Yeah. Yeah. We are back at it. It's your boy Friday Ricky Dread. Another live for your head top. Let's go up on Instagram early. Let the people know while go on. What up? 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 Make sure to share to everybody as this pops off. Let me get on Instagram one time, quick, and let's get this popping. Make sure we're on all platforms. We're currently on YouTube. We're currently on Facebook. And we are currently on X, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Oh, Twitch. Actually, we're on Twitch. So gather around. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram. Comment gang, strong. That guy sows. Salute. That's my brother right there. Big salute to Jay's Poppy or Papa. We got a lot to go through this week. A lot of things going on. I got some rants. I got to be honest with y'all, man. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. Like, I used to be a rapper once upon a time. Catch me on Spotify. All right? And I've been listening to a lot of hip-hop over the years. Old school hip-hop, new school hip-hop. And been going to a lot of live shows, whether I'm there hosting them or I've been there behind the scenes, and I performed at multiple live shows. But one thing that I've seen over the years is that the quality of rap and the quality of live shows has gone into the toilet. And I gotta say, you know what? I was kind of better than a lot of y'all rappers, especially now. Oh, and right now, oh shit. If I was still to be on my rap stuff, yo, oh my gosh, I probably rap circles around 90% of you rappers. At one point in time, that used to be like, ha, you joking, Friday. But like, low key, when I go out to live shows and stuff like that, I'm like, y'all be trash, man. But we'll get into it. That's just one topic I want to get into. I don't want to go off the rails when it comes to that. We're going to get into it first. People on Instagram, pop out. What I will do right now while we're getting a crowd going on here, so I'm going to go into the members section, become a member of our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WeLoveHipHopNetwork, and you'll get early access to interviews, early access to content, whether it's episodes of the podcast. Hip Hop Hoops, salute to my podcast brothers out there. They want to know when the TV Gucci interview is dropping. TV Gucci interview dropping tomorrow. It's going down. It's one of those ones. I filmed it, chopped it up. It's ready to go right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's dropping tomorrow. Morning time for all the listening audience, and for the viewing audience, 6 p.m. What I will do is give you all a little preview. Okay, for all people on Instagram, if y'all want to see the little preview that I'm going to be popping off right now, pop out on our YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/WeLoveHipHopNetwork. Salute to Price the Boss in the crowd right there. Salute. Pop out. Let's get interactive. There's a link also in the chat for anybody who wants to get into the conversation as well. We get interactive over here, so let's get it popping. It's a little extended Instagram break right there, gang. Let's play this interview quick, fast. Actually, before we play the interview, Yolanda Richardson, what up? Easy Fecta, what up? Down to Earth Network, what up? Old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music, what up? We in the building. Make yourself be seen. We are out here, man. Let's go.
Ibiza's nice. St. Bart's is nice. Turks.
Volume.
I've been around a lot of places, so a lot of them have their own different type of values, you know.
Bro, you're a Jane Street man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Falstaff,
right? Falstaff, Chicheway, Jane and Church, Cottage, Southside Jane. That's me. The whole lot from Wilson.
How much delay and how boring is it actually behind the scenes being at like a Grammy Award?
I don't know if it could be boring if you come where I'm from, you know. Coming from where I'm from, it can't be boring.
Yeah.
Because everything is gonna excite you, you know. Even if you're holding your composure, inside is like, I'm really here.
Yeah.
Even if I ain't on the stage, but one of my best friends is on the stage. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. You know what I mean?
For the people who don't know who TV Gucci is, one, just you're not into the Toronto rap scene. And for the people who don't know who are not in the Toronto rap scene, if you see any pictures of the boy Drizzy Drake, whether he's in Houston and they're all decked out in cowboy gear and shit like that, or they're anywhere around the globe, you're usually going to see Chubbs and TV Gucci got my back. You feel me? I had to ask some questions. I obviously asked a lot of questions about himself, but I had to get a few. You know, I get mixy sometimes, gang. I can't help it, fam. Let me ask. Let me go over here. How's your DMs looking at somebody?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hold on. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
How could I ask this question?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
When the whole battle went down, right? How's your DM looking at somebody who's around the boy? Are people like getting at you like, bro, what's going on? Trying to find out information. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA. Let me do that. Let's salute the sponsors. Let me just run the ad. And now all across Canada, they got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer! Also, big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabber. Okay, if you need any grabber, I got some more grabber in the back over here, but I got some Steamin' Hot Grabber, courtesy of Steamin' Hot Grabber. Okay, hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and use the code We Love Hip Hop if you want to do a discount. Also, by the way, quick fast before I continue this interview, if y'all see this painting that's in the back of me over here, this artwork, this immaculate piece of art, holler at the boy Rezi Nuwako. Okay, Rezi Nuwako does some amazing art pieces. His Instagram page is Rezi Nuwako. I'll spell it out for you. REEZYNUAKO. Okay, he's got some really, really, really dope art pieces over here. His website is Rodney Osei. Okay, I'll put the website and all that stuff on the screen. But big salute to him. Okay, hit up his Instagram once again, Rezi Nuwako. And if you all want to get one of these pieces here, there's different prices. Holler at me in the DM to find out the price of this piece. We are selling these pieces courtesy of the boy Rezi. All right, let's continue.
I don't involve myself in politics. So the question you're asking, G, is like a politic question. You know what I mean? Like, I can say something positive or negative, and it can be somebody will take it into their own way. So me personally, G, I come from the streets, man.
Let's stop that right there. He wasn't really trying to get really too deep into it. Obviously, I had to ask him about the Kendrick Lamar, Drake stuff. Obviously. I tried, gang. I tried. There's more to this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Obviously, I want y'all to check out the interview tomorrow, dropping tomorrow morning. But big salute to TV Gucci. That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying? This guy is globe-trotting all over the place. Southside Jane Street, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into a quick list of the topics over here. Like I was saying in the beginning, a lot of you guys do some really trash live shows, and I want to tell you guys about yourselves. So we're going to start there. Speaking of live shows, Future and Metro Boomin perform in Toronto. We'll get into that. I want to get more in depth into the whole Thorobread incident that happened, whether it's him being on the run for whatever he was on the run for over here in Canada from Wasaga. All right, let's get all the facts straight in this time. But I also want to talk about the whole connection with Chris Brown's manager and everything that happened over there in Miami. So we're going to go do a deep dive into the Thorobread story. Okay. Keeps It Solid gives an update on his conditions as far as his legal issues and stuff like that. We're going to get into that. Olympic bullshit. I want to talk about some of this Olympic breakdancing bullshit. All right. Nipsey Hussle was set up. We're going to get into that. All right. I definitely Nipsey as one of my favorite rappers of all time. From when I heard that they got some commentaries, got an interview from Blacc Sam, I was like, yeah, I need to know the real. So RIP Nipsey Hussle, we're going to get into that. WhyG makes $15,000 off of clothing in 1 week. That's something we definitely want to get into. Cityboy JJ, y'all know who Cityboy JJ? He's an influencer out here in Toronto. His chain got snatched last night. There was a crazy fight. And we may get into the BFR Bundog face reveal. You feel me? Okay. And big salute to Peace Love. Peace Love says Friday got more dance moves than the women in Australia. That's facts. That's super facts. She was trash. Okay, booty water. But okay, here's the thing. And this is with all due respect to the people. And let me make my screen bigger so y'all can see. Look me in the eyes. Okay, this is with all due respect to the people who I've done that I've done hostings and stuff like that. Most of the time when I'm doing a hosting, the opening acts are like underground hip hop. You feel what I'm talking about? Like bars and beats guys. And if they're not one of those guys, oh shit, I'm already knocking shit down. If they're not one of those guys, then they're more on that auto-tune stuff. And listen, I don't mind auto-tune. Far less more than not minding auto-tune. I enjoy a lot of music that is auto-tune heavy. I'm not one of these old heads. Okay. But one thing that I see the difference is when it comes to a lot of that stuff is guys will get on stage and they'll play their song. They won't play their beat, their instrumental, the TV track, you know what I'm saying? Different things like that. And I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by TV track, but they won't play the music minus their bars. They're basically rapping over their music. And listen, it's just, sometimes they're just lip syncing. And it's trash. I don't like it. I know the people in the audience don't like it either. The only people who may pretend to like it is your friends. But as far as like the audience themselves, they don't enjoy that. Their favorite rappers who do that same type of shit, like somebody like a Travis Scott, let's say, they get the auto-tune mic, and when you take the beat down, you could actually hear them singing or rapping or whatever you want to call it. But they're actually, sorry for the noise, gang, using the mic on the stage. They're not doing this. You hear what that is? That's called whispering. The reason why a lot of you rappers do that, and let me make sure the mic is clear and no auditory noise so that you can hear me clearly. The reason a lot of you guys do that is because you don't have confidence. So when you get up on the stage, you don't want to have just that stripped down, naked instrumental where now everybody can hear that you don't sound exactly like the record. And right there is a shot in your confidence. So God forbid that the people in the crowd get to hear your real voice. You can add auto-tune to the microphones. You know you can do that now. A lot of your favorite rappers add auto-tune to their microphone. Somebody like a Future would add auto-tune to their microphone, but he's not lip syncing. If you guys think with your delusional, overconfident minds that people are watching that like, yo, that's swag, you're wrong. You're letting your friends massage your shoulders and they're lying to you. Because the concerts that they do pay for, the people rap into the microphones. And I'm not only talking about Toronto rappers. I know a lot of y'all American rappers do that same garbage. It's something that's developed over the last 10 years. And it's just decaying the game. Why would anybody want to invest in hip hop if the artists don't even invest in themselves, don't even practice to do a live show? More, why are you even rapping your second verse? Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody knows your song yet. Okay? And if your feelings are hurt, good. The game is tough. And sometimes your feelings have to get hurt for you to be able to understand how to do the shit right. The problem is a lot of you niggas, and myself included when I used to be a rapper, are too sensitive. But that sensitive shit is going to get you not having a career, because when people tell you, yo, that stage show was garbage, it's going to hurt your feelings so much that you're going to want to fight. And then guess what? You're losing out on the knowledge because you wanted to fight because Friday told you that stage show, that wasn't it. I couldn't hear you. I can hear your music. You took your Spotify thing, your Spotify playlist, and may as well just plug in the aux and do karaoke. Actually, karaoke takes more skill. Stop me when I'm lying. Karaoke actually takes more skill because when the karaoke is going on, they take the lyrics out and the person actually has to sing, whether they sing good or they sing bad. So are you trying to tell me, rappers, Toronto rappers, okay, I'm talking to you guys because I go to you guys' show. I can't get across the border right now. So I'm not going to shows in Newark or in Tallahassee or wherever. I'm talking to you niggas. Do you guys think that you've reached the level of excellence of being an artist, or do you even care about that? Because your stage shows are trash. And I don't care how good your music is. It's trash once I have to hear you rapping over your own self. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. Tell me I'm an old head. Friday, the game's changed. This is not how it goes anymore. Nah, bro. Nah. Friday, just shut up and quit. Nah, let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I will accept being wrong, and I'll just stop going to shows. I'll just only go to the ones I'm paid for. Because there's no way I'm paying to go see you rap over your shit. You do lip syncing. I'm not paying for that. Don't invite me. If you're one of these up and coming artists, even the ones I've interviewed, okay, this is the realest shit I ever said. The ones I've interviewed, even you guys, don't invite me to your show if you plan to lip sync or rap over your song. If you don't have the instrumental, I'm not coming. And if I go there and I tell you, yo, the shit was fire, guess what? Mark this, put the timestamp and everything. I'm lying to you. I'm bullshitting just because I'm in public. But I actually thought it was garbage. Okay, and that goes for ones in the past too. That goes, how do you do that? Retroactively. Thank you. The word that retroactively for shows in the past that I've been to. And you're like, Friday, I thought you told me the shit was okay. No, it was trash. It was garbage. It wasn't good. That was not good. You rapped over your song. You didn't even think of getting an instrumental. You didn't tell the engineer once you finished bouncing the song down, yo, bounce me down an instrumental or bounce me down what they call a TV track. Do you guys know what a TV track is? Let me know in the comments, comment gang strong. Okay? And hit that like button, man. I'm sorry. I had to start off on a rant. Okay? I went out this weekend. I came back. I'm driving on the way back. And I'm like, I've been too hard on myself. Okay? Salute to my girl. You know what I mean? She actually likes my music. And I used to be like, no, don't even play that shit around me. Okay? I love you, baby. Thank you. All right? But now, low key, no, yeah, that shit is fire. Play that shit. Let me stop playing myself on some no, don't play that shit. I was just okay as a rapper. No. I was hot fire, 100 Dylons. Because I didn't see the future. I couldn't completely foresee how garbage the level of lyricism. Let's not even take it away from the live shows. Half of these niggas that I see on stage doing their shit, you're not even good at rapping. How do you guys have the audacity to come out your house and perform this shit? You're telling me that you listen to all these different people, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, who else? Lil Uzi Vert, any of the Lils who are good. And then you put your music next to them and you're like, yo, that's fire. Watch when they hear this shit. I'm going to take over the city. That's part of that rapper delusion. That's part of that rapper Delulu type shit. 1 second. I'm looking for something in the background. Because, like, I used to perform. And when I used to perform, I never, ever even thought of, okay, let me just bring my song on stage and let's just do that. Like, that didn't even make sense to me. But now it's the norm. I can't lie. It really makes me sad because then I think to myself, well, if this is where the standard is, and you guys are who are supposed to be passing it forward to the people in the future, then little kids are going to look up to rappers who are lip syncing on stage? Are we serious? Is this our fault? Did we leave hip hop in wrong hands? Because it's not about even caring about the culture. Literally, the people who you like do 10 times more than what you guys are putting effort into. And then come into the room with 100 people in your entourage, mad late and doing all kind of stupid shit. Like as if you guys, like this shit don't stink that comes out of your dumb, smelly drawers. Humble yourselves. The fact that these niggas even get girls surprises me. Real women will not go out with some rapper, arrogant rapper ass nigga who thinks his shit don't stink and can't even perform and his music's trash. It's actually delusional. You know what? Let me show you all something. That's what I was looking for before. I'll show y'all something else. Because I made a tweet mentioning this, the live show aspect, and some people, you know, kind of got the gram shaking a little bit, just a little bit. Wait, then, like, why the would I want to watch you rappers lip sync your songs? Y'all are trash for starting that wave. All trash for doing that. Each and every one of y'all. Comic Eyeing Strong. Vanessa Bain says, talent but no training. Also, rappers don't need to be talented anymore. They just need the internet's attention. Shout out to the engineers, videographers, producers. They are the ones really working out here. That's facts. Carrying you niggas. Just, holding you trash rappers up. Like, when did niggas stop caring, B? And then there's another, listen, I made it up on the Reddit. I'm, with all due respect, once again, to anybody who I've done hostings for and stuff like that. For the most part, most of the hosting that I do, like I said, because it's like underground, more boom bap style of hip hop, you ain't gonna see that shit. If I ever seen a boom bap nigga rapping over his song, I'd be like, something's not right here. Like just bars and beats, dusty sample comes in, and then I hear the man's vocals come in and he's just trying to like rap over it. Or even worse, like pretend like I can't catch the lip sync. Right? It's this disgusting, nasty shit. When I look at the landscape of the Toronto rap scene now, I realize how much of a better rapper I really was. Like 10 times better than half of these new rappers. Oh, facts. Holy. That's what you said Friday? Yeah. All right. And for once, the Reddit didn't come for me. This one, goated comment right here. Saying you're the smartest dude on a short bus is not a flex. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, down to earth. I believe that. I believe that in my heart of hearts. When I go back and listen to my catalog, when I go back and look at live show clips where I was actually performing the songs, I said, yo, why you always, you know, when people talk about your music, trying to like joke, I try to joke around it, like, ha 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 ha, nah, you know, you don't want to hear my music. Yeah, you actually do. You do. I'm sorry. If you got to choose between this and what the new generation has brought you now, go peep my old catalog. You won't be sorry. Okay? These niggas is basura compared to me. Trust me. And I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. It's just facts. Okay? When I performed, I actually performed my songs. I memorized my shit so that I can go up on stage and people will be like, even if they never heard the song before, you have to keep that in mind. You've never heard this person's music before, maybe 80% of the time. So it's not only the song that you need to be impressed by, you need to be impressed by the performance. So if that person goes up on stage, even if you don't like the song that much, if they perform it well, they hit all their marks. You can see their breath control. You know, they're moving around on the stage and they're engaging with the audience and they're hitting all the check marks. You could say, you know what? I want to go hear what the actual song sounds like because I enjoyed the performance. I wasn't really feeling the song, but that mother dude performed that to the T. You feel me? Let me find some shit for y'all. Let me find some shit. You know what I will do? I'll go first on YouTube. And then we'll get off of this. We'll get to some topics. I'm sorry, gang. The shit just got under my skin, B. Like, you niggas are pretty dash. Somebody said, look up a DMX performance. Live performance. I'm probably going to get a copyright for this, but. Yeah. Wow, you hear that? Him talking into a microphone. He had to do a sound check, you know, make sure that the mic sound good. Watch this. People get it too. When you see me spit it too, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Back on the scene at 14 of the stream to get more green than I never seen in the dream. And I'm moving every. Do you hear the actual slipping song playing? Let me know. Do you actually hear the slipping song playing, or are we listening to DMX singing to the mic or rapping to the mic? Oh, who else is that? A hype man? Oh yeah, you need a hype man when you're using the instrumentals. Yeah, that kind of works. Maybe do that, guys. Get a hype man. Not just a whole bunch of your brethren on stage walking around doing nothing. You see what's playing right there? He's using what they called a TV, or what they call a TV track, because people still use this shit. Okay, the TV track is there where they just play a little bit of your stuff in the background, like maybe the hook, maybe your ad libs, no verses. Okay, when your verse is about to come in, music just goes to instrumental. I'm speaking slowly and as much in layman's term as possible, just because it doesn't seem like a lot of you rappers understand, or I wouldn't be seeing so much garbage shows. You feel me? But yes, that is an example of how to do a live show. Big salute to DMX. And I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, he's got the crowd's helping him doing da 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 da. Yeah, he still had to memorize his bars. Get down. Okay, I can only play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to the rappers out there. Do better. Okay, I'm not gonna let up off on y'all when it comes to this type of shit. All right, moving forward, I've always been giving my real opinion, but not always. Okay, if you, and I will repeat this in closing, if you are one of these rappers who have a show coming up in the next few weeks, in the next few days, and you see this, okay, and you see this, don't expect for me to tell you that your show was fire if you rapped over your songs and you don't have an instrumental. Okay, just know ahead of time that you're setting up yourself to do a garbage show. Okay, just know that you're garbage. I'm a better rapper than you. We'll end it there. Speaking of shows, Future, Metro Boomin. If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. They made it. They made it to the 6. It kind of dispels this whole thing that people were talking about with there's some kind of no-fly zone going on in Toronto. Oh man, that's such a nice narrative to think, though, right? Couple mans couldn't get in across the border. Schoolboy Q. Who else couldn't get past the border? Sir. Oh, it's Drake's fault. Had to be Drake's fault. I'm gonna look for a post here. I actually have a clip on my own channel or on my own page here. Follow me on Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. Dusty was actually at this show. Damn, that was the night that I was at the other show. I couldn't make it to that show there. Let me go back on Keep 6 and see if I can find some posts, because there was a part of the performance where Metro Boomin popped out. He popped out and showed niggas. Is this it here? Oh, it's Olivia Chow. Y'all see Olivia Chow? Oh. My bad. She's trying to be so down with the niggas, yo. That woman is a mess. Where is this Metro Boomin shit now? Don't worry, I'll find it. Keep 6 be posting like a mofo. August 4th. Is it not on Keep 6? Am I tripping? 6 days ago. Just give me a second, gang. Because there's a story on Keep 6 that I'm going to bring up later on as far as what happened with him and his legal issues and stuff like that. So this might not be posted. It might not be up on his page. Oh, here it is. Duh. See, he made it unscathed. They're probably back home now in Atlanta unscathed. The whole myth of the 6, all right, about, oh, there's a no-fly zone. Drake's trying to stop everybody's bags. These niggas started the shit. Future, Metro Boomin, both of them, they started the shit. Enlisted Kendrick Lamar, forward. We can't really rap good like that. Like, don't disrespect the Future, because I'm a big Future fan. Okay, but Future's not no rappity rapping ass nigga to be taking niggas on in no battle. Let's be real. So Let's get the boy from Compton to come through and do what he got to do. Right? And did they do the Kendrick verse? That's what I would like to know. Did they do the Kendrick verse? Because you know what? I'm gonna ask you guys something quick, fast before I send this link over to Dusty. Let's see. Is OVO enforcing a no-fly zone? Question marks galore. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't see this. Right? We wouldn't see that. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? You see, the thing is with these narratives, and the internet's a crazy place. You could find so much like anti-Drake rhetoric online. It's actually becoming a nasty, nasty place. You can find every conspiracy of why Drake is the worst person in the world and how he's cutting off, TDE's bags. And oh my gosh, they pulled me off the plane. You know what I mean? They wouldn't let me go to New Ho King. Basura, bro. Okay. These are what they call narratives. Narratives don't necessarily have to be true. And I know what y'all are going to say. Yo, well, this is one of the OVO Glazers. Of course he's going to say that. I can already see the comments later. Yo, Gok 3000, relax. Calm down. All right. Look at the comments. Sold out show. We're not even haters over here. Niggas is going to come out and see the show and nothing happened to these niggas. They're having a great time. Went and smashed a bunch of people's girlfriends and all that shit. Okay? And then went back to Atlanta and laid up. Counted their money. All right? Can we cut it out now? The narrative's done? Is it done? I just need to know that if people are still trying to paint narratives now, okay? Because, like I said in the beginning of this, these niggas started the shit. The whole sneak attack that started on an album called We Don't Trust You. And see Yolanda Richards, and yeah, they played it. They let it ring off. They may as well let off. They played not like that. They may as well have rang off Not Like Us, like that right into Not Like Us. We're not haters, fam. Well, Not Like Us. Maybe they gone too far. You're gone too far, dog. Relax. It's not even your tune, dog. Relax. Well, you can let it rock. Hey. Hold on. What's the thing about to do? See? These niggas is getting ready for the all-white party right after. Look, uncomfortable dog. Okay? Can we end the narrative now, please? Thank you. There's no more, these guys OVO, they're the most evilest thing in the world. How could they stop a black man's money? No. Okay. Maybe Future doesn't have as much issues because he did say in Family Matters, if I'm not mistaken, that him and Pluto, he don't even know what him and Future's issue is. You feel me? he feels that the issue came, and I'm not going to recite the lyrics. I'm not like rap genius or something like that. But it was something to the degree of, I don't even know why we beefing. Your little homie over here, all white over here, this gentleman, right, Chasa, is talking shit in his ear. Yo, bro, the boy, oh my God, I don't like him, man. He smashed my girl. And Future's like, fantastic. And here we went. You know what I'm saying? I'm just paraphrasing. There's obviously more layers to the shit than that. But yeah. What is this comment? El Mencho says, yo, you look like Baka, not gonna lie. How? Who, me? No disrespect to Baka. I don't think me and Baka look alike. Yo, that's racist, bro. So yeah, they made it, okay? No myths. Let's cut it out. One thing also I want to cover. Okay, let's get off of this. All right. Salute to Metro Boomin. Salute to you, Future. I'm waiting for the new album to drop. I've never stopped being a fan of any of these people that are in the 20v1 versus Drake. I'm just here for the music in the end of the day, including Drake's music. I'm just here for the music. Okay. However, Sauce Walka, he wasn't too happy.
What I was saying, it was not no. It's,
I'll play it off on my page. Big salute to Keep Six Solid, but let me run over to. Take the blood clot long. All right, right here. Here we go.
No, it's not make believe. It's simple. It's not fucking rocket science. It was simple shit. If you in this city and you saying like what you just said that it wouldn't be no
Drake without Houston.
It wouldn't be no Drake without Houston.
Okay. Stop this. Charlemagne, man, you be saying these long, broad stroke statements, bro. You need to cut that out about there would be no Drake without Houston. I understand Houston plays a major part in Drake's career, but there'll be no Drake without Toronto, bro. Cut this shit out, man.
At the time, why did Drake not? It's still to this day. Why did Drake not have no bunch of records with Houston artists? You didn't doing that with Atlanta. If you love Atlanta and it's 7, 8, 9, 15 artists that you got songs with in Atlanta. Because why? Yeah. Not only does you know that the city of Atlanta was gonna look at you weird for not doing that, look at you and feel a certain type of way by you not making those songs and making those moments with that city, but you knew that it was also beneficial for you as an artist to make music with these songs because the leveling of stardom and momentum, it feeds each other versus you feel that I'm just the A-side artist that's lifting up this musician. But as far as the city of Houston, you're looking at it for the market share.
Y'all picking up what he's putting down, right? I'm just making sure.
All of these country ass people in Houston, they got all of this land, all these clubs, all these women, all these people in these big ass arenas and events that's going on, but they don't have a large community and representatives of people that are knowledgeable about the music industry that have resources. That
is he talking about the same Houston that is there another Houston that I'm thinking about? Swisher House Houston, right? Rap-A-Lot Houston? We're talking about same place, right? Okay.
You could say, hey, y'all been around this artist and you helped them. You was in the studio when they was making that song. You told them to add this and this on the hook. You get a couple writer points for that. Oh, you was up in there when you made the beat. You supposed to get y'all was in you brought him to Houston and you took him to this club. You took him to this hood and you introduced him to Charlemagne. It's a feature and the song come behind that. In every other city, it's a long list. California, it's a long list of artists from the Bay all the way to LA. They got Drake's songs with Drake. So how did Drake love Houston so much at that time and not have music with artists that you are uplifting from this community? Fuck me.
It's not about you, right? It's not about you. It's about the other artists.
I don't care. It's bigger than me. I didn't care about the song
making a
with
whole
me.
lot of sense to me.
You know what I'm saying? But what I
Of course, he's making a lot of sense to you, Charlemagne.
like it up from then to now, Travis Scott is the only rapper that still got a song
He's the only one
with Drake. Travis Scott, again, what I just said earlier, it makes sense. It's an equal trade. It's not necessarily like, oh, bro, I'm helping Houston and changing your life and changing your career.
Let me ask you guys a question. And I have an old poll that's up here. Pause. No pause. Is OVO enforcing a no-fly zone? 55% of y'all say no. 45% of y'all say yes. Okay. Let me ask you guys this. Does Drake owe Houston? Houston. He just bought a house over there. I think there's an ID moving around right now. That has his face on it. We'll get to it in a second.
Career and
let's let Sauce Walka finish cooking.
It's bigger than just saying, oh well, person wants the Drake stimulus package. Bro, fuck all of that. It's about fair exchange in business. If you are using the lineage and the culture of somebody's city or somebody's hometown and backyard, do something that helps not yourself and your more of your notoriety for your own benefit with the ladies and the people in the city. Do something that actually makes the economy of that city and music and musicians bigger and greater. So therefore, we can have Rolling Loud in Houston. We can have.
Oh, it's on Drake, the Toronto rapper, for you guys to have Rolling Loud in Houston. Okay. Isn't his Drake's dad not from Houston? So Drake, whose father is from Nashville or somewhere in Tennessee, okay, and him being from Toronto and his mother being from Toronto, because he hangs out in Houston and makes the strip clubs and other clubs ridiculous amounts of money, he still owes the rappers. Oh, I get it.
More young artists performing on bigger platforms, Jimmy Fallon and Jay Leno and all this other shit, because of artists of this magnitude is living in our backyard. That's all I was saying. Not just for me, just for anybody. Saying it was not it's not make.
Okay, all right. All right. My youth. And listen, this is with all due respect to Sauce Walka. He's somebody I'd love to interview one day. Maybe we can have a conversation about it. Bang. Texas. Okay, Drake got this Texas ID up in here. Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas. Pause. So we're not going to talk about the Bun B feature that he had on. Was it a So Far Gone mixtape? When was the Bun B feature? That didn't happen, right? Because I know Sauce Walka knows his shit. And Travis Scott is just not enough. Okay. Drake Bun B. Let's look it up. Yeah, it was, see, I knew it. It was on this album. Watch. Pow. So Far Gone cover. Uptown, the song was called. Featuring Bun B. One half of the infamous UGK. Right? Am I wrong about that? Like that didn't happen, right? Or am I? Let's do this. Let's do a more in-depth search. Does he want a Paul Wall feature? Houston rappers. Let's look at that right here. Fans destroy Sauce Walka for saying he doesn't help Houston artists while benefiting from them. Ooh. Also, before I play this, because I want to play this, him being down with Rap a Lot, that's not enough. Like Rap a Lot getting a percentage of his money. I don't know if they're getting a percentage of his money now, but for probably a decade plus, they were in the Drake business financially, being huge Houston staples. Okay, not just Jay Prince, but his son, co-discoverer of Drake. So are you saying they're hoarding all of that money to themselves and they're not helping the city? Because even if you want to go from not like the Bun B's and the Travis Scotts of the world, who have, Bun B has the one feature, but Travis Scott has a few features with Drake, if I'm not mistaken. Just call me crazy. But besides that, if we're going to talk from an indirect fashion, has Drake not benefited Houston for 10 years plus being a product of Jay Prince? Y'all niggas just complain to complain.
If you are using the lineage, because why are knowledgeable about the music, they care about the song with me. Lot of sense. On benefit with the ladies and the people in the city.
I want to hear this guy's commentary. And this is courtesy of, hold on quick fast, Yom Stacy. Salute to you, Yom Stacy.
Something that actually makes the economy. That's all I was saying.
Coming from, and I do understand the people that's disagreeing with him also. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but I've always felt like Drake benefits from these features just as much as the artist does. It keeps him relevant, keeps him new. If it wasn't for the artists in Atlanta, Memphis for a quick second, the Take Keith producers, certain things like that, if it wasn't for those folks, him tapping in with these regions like that, then Drake would have went fully pop. So I do think it's a fair exchange for him to rock with already popping artists that's in their regions. I guess what he's saying is Houston doesn't have that much popping artists in his eyes, or only they would benefit. It wouldn't be a fair exchange in his mind. But he thinks if Drake is benefiting off the culture, in his opinion, then Drake shouldn't mind doing that, because even though you're not getting a fair exchange as far as music.
So I guess this is some of the comments right here.
Out on him years ago. You know, you got a beef with Young Thug that I'm pretty sure Drake is choosing Young Thug's side. Travis featured on half of his albums, had Pimp C on his biggest album. This page right here.
I forgot about the Pimp C. Oh my gosh. Bro, you got to cut it out, man. Wasn't Pimp C on the CLB album, if I'm not mistaken?
Says Drake has shown support for Houston his entire career. It's essentially where his career started. Y'all saying he's still in Houston culture, but Drake was nervous about this exact same thing, and y'all accepted him. He shares this excerpt and says, since then, Drake has been outspoken in his support of Houston-based organizations, sports teams, and initiatives. In fact, his song, November 18th, is about Houston. I was really nervous because I made a song for a city that I wasn't from, a brand of music that didn't necessarily belong to me because I'm from Canada. He said, and
wow. Yo, Sauce Walker, with all due respect, shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up, bro. It wouldn't matter if you collaborated with Houston artists. People look for another angle like they did with Atlanta. Damned if you do and if you don't. All right? Yeah, that's facts. So if he had like 30 features with Houston artists, and with all due respect, Houston has a poppin' scene. To be honest with me, as somebody who's been studying this hip-hop game for a while, in the early 2000s, their scene was way more poppin', you know, with the Swisher House movement. Right now, not so much. But yeah, you sound like a complaining ass nigga, bro. You need to cut it out, bro. Cut it out, man. Okay? Get in line. How about that? Do that. Get in line. Let man handle the stuff that he got at home. You know, like the migrant crisis, like people are like, yo, we'll handle the stuff at home first before you guys go overseas. With Drake, let him handle the Toronto things, the Toronto scene, okay? Let him deal with the man, them, and everybody he has to deal with over here. And then he can worry about your complaining ass over there in Houston. All right? Until then, get in line, bro. Relax. Niggas want to find anything to complain about Drake. You finna said Pimp C sounded like a slave. How you say that, man? The man got his vocals from like after he died, bro. Calm down. It's crazy. Oh, but I love it. Keep it going. Let's move on though. Let us move on. There is something I also seen here on the gram in regards to Thorobread. Okay. I did a report last week over here on live when we were talking about the Thorobread story. I gotta admit, I botched up the hell out of that story. I am sorry. I said Vancouver in the beginning, and then somewhere along the way, one of y'all niggas, like I was looking it up and I seen Wasaga Beach, and I was like, oh yeah, actually, it was actually Wasaga. And then somewhere near the end of the story, somebody jumped in and said, yo, by the way, I don't think it's for the kidnapping shit. I think it's because some killed somebody in I said, oh yeah, okay, I didn't know, but that was all over the place. It was very messy shit. I'm very not proud of myself for that last news story. Okay, so let's clean it up and let's make a proper story. Now, rapper Thorobread, who we covered last week, sick Toronto artist from over here. Okay, if y'all don't know who Thorobread is, look into him. Dope music. He was on the run for a while. I actually republished the story now up on this YouTube channel of when he went on the run for a kidnapping that happened in Wasaga with a young lady. Her boyfriend was actually arrested for an M as far as with this woman's disappearance, because up to this day, this happened probably about 3 years ago now, almost, or yeah, 2 years ago, and up to this day, the woman still hasn't been found. Okay, now here's the thing: the woman wasn't found. The boyfriend was charged with an M because they've assumed that she's been murdered. However, apparently he beat the case. The boyfriend. Now, as far as when it goes with Thorobread, in my brain, I'm thinking, okay, that's the case that they're looking for him for, and that's what he got arrested for, as far as his arrest that happened in the United States. Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. So actually, Thorobread was connected and arrested in California, like I just mentioned, for the unaliving of Chris Brown's manager, Young Low Grissom, my bad. Okay, RIP to that young man. Condolences to his family. And apparently, from what it also says here in the Keep Six Solid post, Chris Brown and Drake both publicly mourned Grissom's death.
Now,
So here's a new story.
Fugitives in North America has finally been captured, and authorities say it was a murder at a Miami Beach nightclub that put him on their radar. Local 10 crime specialist Bridget Matter is live in Miami Beach with more. Bridget.
The suspect here was already wanted in connection to a kidnapping in Canada. It took a little more
Just mentioned that.
than a year for federal investigators to track him down.
The U.S. Marshals have announced the arrest of 36-year-old Deshaun Davis, who is wanted for a 2023 Miami Beach murder. He's accused of killing 37-year-old Lowell Grissom, a rapper and talent scout for Chris Brown Entertainment at the Gala nightclub in Miami Beach. 2 others were injured in the shooting as well. At the time of the shooting, Davis was already wanted in Canada for a 2022 kidnapping. Elnaz Hajit-Samiri disappeared from Ontario. Detectives believe Davis and 2 others are involved in the kidnapping. She has not been found, but her ex-boyfriend has been charged with her murder. Davis
Developing now.
Okay, so actually, I had more stuff back here. I was doing a quick search in the background to find some stuff for us. Comment gang strong. Before I get into this video right here, this YouTube premium break is brought to you by Master Move Rise. Okay, big salute to Master Move Rise. If you want to get any of the dopest apparel that you can get in the city and get it custom made, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Master-Move-Rise, and big salute to Unk. All right, I'm gonna play this courtesy of CTV News.
But we begin tonight with the investigation into the disappearance of Elnaz Hajtamiri. Tonight, we speak to the OPP about the arrest of Deshaun Davis in California that happened earlier this week. He was one of Canada's most wanted men. CTV's Kristen Vino has our top story.
Just days after being placed on the U.S. Marshals 15 Most Wanted list, Deshaun Davis was apprehended in the small town of Redway, California on Monday, roughly 3.5
Okay, Redway, California. And this is his video 101. Big salute to Flash Johnson who shot this video. Very dope video.
hours north of San Francisco. The crime that landed him on their radar, a 2023 murder at a Miami Beach nightclub. That was after Davis, who was added to Canada's most wanted list earlier this year, was charged in the 2022 kidnapping of Elnaz Hajtamiri.
This is a big step in the direction of moving the investigation.
Yo, look at this guy's glasses.
Forward.
Davis is alleged to be one of 3 men wearing fake police gear who forcibly took Hajtamiri from a Wasaga Beach home where she had gone into hiding following an assault and failed.
Yo, they had fake police. Oh, I can't put that on the screen. They had fake police gear. That's mod.
To hiding following an assault and failed abduction attempt weeks prior in Richmond Hill. Hajtamiri's ex-boyfriend Mohammed Lilo also faces first-degree murder charges in her disappearance. Before Davis can be extradited to Canada, his matter south of the border has to be dealt with.
We will be speaking with our Crown Attorney about the application process.
This guy's a dangerous human being that should never see the light of day again.
Jesus.
Former OPP Commissioner and CTV public safety analyst Chris Lewis not holding back on a crime he calls horrendous, but says Davis's day in court might be far away.
If he's convicted and sentenced to life, then he may not get back to Canada.
That's crazy.
And so there's a lot of things to figure out there, but the Canada-US system generally works pretty well.
Hold on, let me go back here quick. My bad, gang.
System generally works pretty well,
there
and I
it
don't
goes.
anticipate problems other than.
Okay, he was on that Bolo Canada shit. Woo-hoo-hoo. If you end up on that Bolo stuff, bro, god damn. That means the block is hot.
Than him facing those serious charges in the U.S.
The OPP still vowing to find answers, but unable to go into details on new leads.
As it has advanced.
Look at this. Bearmans that they had suspects in connection with the kidnap, right? I think this is the boyfriend right here, if I'm not mistaken.
Leads.
As it has advanced in recent months, but we have made significant progress in determining and learning more about what's happened
Earlier this year.
So here we are. So like they said in the news article, he's dealing with a whole other case that's going to take a long time to finish. Okay, when it comes to stuff like this, I mentioned in the last live stream that it usually takes about 3 months before they extradite you. And from right there, that's when somebody jumped in the comments and was like, yo, no, he got another case he got to deal with. But this guy's right. If he's got to deal with an M, you might not see this nigga come back here for 25 years if found guilty. Because got to remember, in the end of the day, all of these different cases that pop off, it's innocent until proven guilty. But if found guilty, you're not going to see this guy come back to Canadian soil for at least 18 to 25 years. And then once on Canadian soil, he has to deal with, I don't know if they're probably going to count it as an M at this point if she's not found. And we got to keep in mind, this young woman here, I'll put her back up on the screen, hopefully without anything that can't be seen visibly. This young lady right here, she's never been found. So right now, currently, they're presuming that she's deceased, I would imagine. So anytime that anybody's going to catch any case that's in regards to her, they're not going to try it as well. They're also going to count the kidnapping, but then they're also going to they're going to hit you with 2 things. That's what I'm trying to say. I sound like Fresh right now from Fresh and Fit. They're going to hit you with 2 charges. So if they at least found her, the kidnapping enough? Would it be a horrible charge to have to deal with? You're probably not going to beat that. But they're going to do the kidnapping and the unaliving at the same time. So, whew. Jeez. I don't know what to tell y'all, gang. I seen somebody say Thorobread. Right? I know this is a serious matter, but yeah, you could say that. Is it one of one? I'm trying to find the music video that he did with the homie Flash Johnson. I'll play you a little bit of this. I'm probably gonna get bare copyrights in this one here. Just a little bit.
That nigga, he a pussy and a rat. I got bigger problems. They still trying to book me for a rap. Indefinite life sentence. You wouldn't know how to act. Talking.
He was sick with it.
Super fly. See my nigga jump, commit suicide. Life's rough, but that shit ain't for me though. Nah. I like fast whips, taking trips with my people. Go.
The flow that he had, bro, it was like just like very. Oh, here it is. In the Pocket, song with Northside Benji. In the Pocket. Big salute to Flash Johnson on the video here.
Probably why they want me.
The man had the ankle monitor in this video. Blood said.
He locked in the system. Fuck him. Really? But niggas got them Glocks with extensions. Young hitters clutching 30s. Got it for 2, knowing their handle dirty.
Jeez. I wish I could play more, man. God damn YouTube copyright.
Really feel? Valleys in the hills. They say I'm the bad guy. You ask why? They say I'm the bad guy. I laugh.
Yo, this man was sick with it, man. These guys, man. Rich Long said you promoting some Wild-ish Friday. No, fam. You don't understand how much I want these niggas to win and not catch major cases like this. And then let me find out, like, after, like, we do an interview, that man's crash out, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that, bro. I want to hear that these niggas is like, oh, they left the studio after an interview with me and they went on to go do a whole bunch of other shit. I see them pop up on a red carpet somewhere. Everything is lovely. They just keep on advancing their life and career. When I see stories like this, I'm like, well, goddamn, bro. You're so good, man. And I understand streets is the streets and shit happens. But like, bruh, this shit just irks me, fam. It's like right when the nigga got into the States, but he was on the run. So that kind of don't count.
No, this didn't really fuck up. Rap shit didn't fuck up everything.
Oh my God, you're gonna
just give me class, family, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Family, face, CEO, you know what I'm saying? All money is legal. He actually made the official link.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And made that.
Yeah.
Shut
What are you saying here, brother? Terrence Davis says he a grown-ass man, can't save everyone. Listen, fam, I ain't even trying to save niggas, bro. I know that. But because when I do an interview with somebody, they're usually doing their thing already. So it's like, pull up, fam. Like, I'm not trying to save niggas with it. We all trying to save ourselves and save each other with this shit and blow up all together. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm in the position where I could take somebody and elevate them from unknown to known. We ain't there yet. I'm just being super transparent with y'all. So when I have somebody like him on, it's either because he's popping or he's popping and I like his music. And he was one of those. I liked his music. And at the time, Thorobread's name was ringing bells out here. because he makes good music, not because of the polys. He actually really didn't do a lot of the online polys. He wasn't very active on Instagram. He's a grown man, like you said, on some grown man-ish. But then when I see this, I'm like, oh, come on, dog. Jesus Christ. These niggas be crashing, bro.
But we begin tonight.
Holy. When you end up on the bolo shit, bro. Anyhow, man. Listen, this shit makes me sad, B. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, this shit actually makes me sad when I see another artist who I've interacted with, had interviews with. For the most part, like conversations before and after the interview, they always be super chill. Some of these guys who you see crash out, who've been on my network before, they be super chill, super polite, clean up after themselves, be asking you need anything, yo, you want me to buy anything for you? I'm buying food. I order some food for all of us. Like, these niggas be super nice when they come through. Then they leave. I go look on the news, kidnapping. Oh, you murking people. Niggas is running through traffic. Guys are going to playgrounds. Bruh. None of these Toronto niggas can win, B. And it ain't my fault. Don't even, none of you guys, because there's people who I haven't interviewed who crashed out. It's Friday's fault. They do the interview and then some kind of voodoo happens to them and then they go in the street and crash out. Nah, B, it's not my fault. But yeah, man, salute to Thorobread over here, man. Actually, I don't know if I can say salute him, man, because he's gone down for some heinous crimes. And I know the street niggas and the hood perspective will be like, yo, free him, salute him no matter what. But like, the nigga killed Chris Brown's manager, bro. That's not cool. Juicy Hamburg says WLHH is cursed. Don't say that, man. Somebody's sitting there with a friggin' voodoo doll pricking the artist's paws. You see you on We Love Hip Hop, pussy. Anyhow, let's move on. I'm sorry. I'm stupid sometimes. Keepsake Solid. I want to get into something with Keepsake Solid. Salute to the homie Keepsake Solid. That's my brother right there, okay? Don't ever, if Keepsake Solid don't trust you, I'm not going to shoot you, but I'm going to be very angry. Okay? But salute to Keepsake Solid. That's my freaking brother. All right? I seen something here on these Reddit streets. Oh my God, why they do that to my guy? Disrespect. Yo, you see, this is why I don't like going on Reddit sometimes. You guys are freaking toxic, bro. Why they call the man wide back Hoyo? Hoyo hit blogger. Disrespect. Keepsake Solid shows off his ankle monitor after absorbing multiple stray bullets and getting caught with a... First of all, who's this Reddit poster here? Nearby _mistake _5906. You're rude. You're bright. Leave my friend alone. Don't diss the man. Okay. Secondly, he posted this in his stories. And salute to Keepsake Solid once again. He posted this in his stories. I guess he was feeling away. And he was just like, yo, man, this is what I'm dealing with right now. I feel for the brother right now. For the people who are not completely in tune with what's going on, there was a case that happened a while back. Maybe I have it on my channel somewhere. It was Keep Six Solid and about 3 other Toronto bloggers that got raided. Okay, let me go look it up. 1 second. Toronto bloggers. We'll do that. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me pull this up here so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Because, excuse me, there was 4 blog pages that got busted. It was Keep Six Solid, Real Toronto. Wasn't it Real Toronto News, if I'm not mistaken? If I'm mistaken, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Straight Out the Six, War in the Six, Keep Six Solid, and correct me on the last one, okay? Dusty, Wagwan, Yoey. Big salute to Dusty Wallace in the chat right there. Let me pull this up here. Toronto police raid Toronto bloggers.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. This is news from.
I gotta do more news page.
The Toronto blogs. Now, it's been a little while now. At first, when we first started noticing.
Jeez, Manscaped commercials, all
to
types
his
of
YouTube channel, Gutsy Guts on YouTube. Is Monday, November 15th, 2021, and it's from 43 Division. Okay, now it says the Toronto Police Service would like to make the public aware of the results of Project VWAP. So that's VWA.
Project VWAP. Jesus Christ.
An investigation into high-profile Instagram accounts from the Toronto area that posted recordings of online video conference court proceedings. Okay, now I'll read a little bit further here. It is alleged that on February 23rd, 2021, the Instagram accounts The Hood 6 and
it was The Hood 6
and The War in the 6 posted images of witnesses who had been testifying during a preliminary hearing being held via remote video conference.
And there's other ones here. I'll read this here. On February 24th, 2021, the Instagram account Straight Out the 6 and War in the 6, the Hood 6 and Keep Six Solid posted an audio recording of the same witness from the same remote video hearing. The action served to obstruct the course of the justice and intimidate the justice system participant. On those dates, there were an order in effect by Justice David Potter restricting the publication of evidence heard in the hearing. Also in that case there was I guess allegations of different people yelling out during the court case saying, yo, you're a rat, shut up, bitch, shit like that. Ignorant shit. Okay, so that happened, and because that happened and the posts were actually also posted on the blog pages, they started a sting and they ended up doing a raid on these 4 blog pages. The Hood 6, let me read this again. Yeah, the Hood 6, the War in the 6, Straight Out the 6, and Keep Six Solid. A lot of 6s. Okay, now what ended up happening with Keep Six Solid, for him to get the ankle monitor, is when they raided his house, they allegedly, put a legend on that, they allegedly found a firearm. So with that being said, he had to fight a bigger case than the whole shit with the blogs. Get me? Y'all following me now? Now, here's the kicker. Because Keep Six Solid, he's always been putting together, and I feel like I'm repeating a story, but a lot of people might have not tuned into that a while back. Keep Six Solid was doing something really dope called the Solid 16s. And we'll pull some of those up because those are legendary. Okay, let's pull up some of these. Let's do a quick search. Keep 6 solid 16s. Pow. My favorite one is the Bushman one. This is from 2 years ago. 644,000 views. Let's go.
Change the past. Mine on my money, I might manifest 100 racks. Mine on a milli, but a billion, I want more than that.
Woo!
Lethal weapon, more allegations to defend, and I got several pending. Sick and tired of court days, feel like it's never ending.
All right, so he's done a multitude of these. Okay, these solid 16s. And like if you can see here, when I do the search here, Boulevard Biz, The Crook, Roni, Casper, Cam, FB. He's just bare freestyles. What's the Casper one? 309,000. This is a good look when he does these.
Now, and it used to be 100, wanna give me 50 now. I should dig you in the ditch, make your mother dig you up. And I said I'm hot as fuck. Can somebody hear me now?
Right? These go crazy. So I mentioned this because this is where he ended up catching more of an issue. He was doing a solid 16s recording a while back. This is a few years ago now when I think about it, probably more than a year ago now. And what the mistake he was making at the time was he was booking multiple people at the same time to do these sessions. Okay. He had like 3 rappers, people sitting in the waiting room, rappers running into each other, that type shit, which is just a no-no. As somebody who interviews multiple rappers, whether it's in a week or in a month, I never book multiple people in the same day. That's just a no-no. Dark Side, what up? The Casper one does go crazy. So he ended up booking a bunch of people at the same time, and some rappers met up with each other that weren't supposed to be meeting up with each other, and boom, boom, bang, bang, they ended up getting into a shootout. There's multiple rappers that were there that I'm not going to mention here on camera because they would love to keep their anonymity when it comes to this. However, yeah, there was multiple people on the scenes. Mad shots were fired from what I remember, and Keep 6 ended up getting hit. He caught a legaz, if I'm not mistaken, like a leg shot for the people who don't know what a legaz is. And from there, he's been kind of messed up, right? Obviously, he's recovered. Okay, he's not like handicapped, but it just was not cool. That's why they're saying here, after absorbing multiple stray bullets, trying to be cute over here in the Reddit. Okay. Jesus. So, you know, for him to post this and just like show people what his current condition is right now, he's giving people some insight, man. Like Keep 6 Solid is a staple in the city. I don't know if you all know. I don't even think it's low key. It's high key. When people are mentioning Toronto blogs that they got something off of, they're like, yo, I saw this on these Toronto blogs. Okay. And I'm not just talking about anybody. Okay. I'm talking about like academics, Andrew Schultz. Enough people reference Keep 6 Solid as a place where they seen things that are going on over here in the scene. I know some people, if they go up on this page, they're like, yo, that's Team Drake over there. Right? Keeps it compromised. However, I feel him. He's riding for the home team no matter what. I'm Objective Rick, so I'm gonna, you know, if something's wrong, I'm gonna say it's wrong. But that nigga, he don't care. He's like, yo, it's Drake or nothing. All right. So big salute to Keep 6 Solid. All right. Like, hold your head, brother. Like when they say when people are inside, they can't keep you forever. He ain't murked nobody. Okay. As far as when it comes to this whole ankle monitor bullshit, man's made a few mistakes. They were wilding out a little bit too much when it came to the court thing, but that's light. You know what I'm saying? But the burner, that's where everything gets twisted. You allegedly get caught with a burner, shit can get really mucky. However, for the fact that he's on an ankle bracelet and not detained, having to like deal with his time inside, that's a W. All right. So big salute to Keeps It Solid. Let's see what y'all saying over here before I get on to my next story. Internet says Etsy shirt Friday. What's that mean, Etsy? I seen you say that a few times. Ariel Smoke says your boy lied about Dot and TDE helping out Nipsey's family. Which boy? Are you talking about I said boat. Are you talking about what's the dirt? Let me know if it is this. 666. Rich Long says y'all probably want SGA to get Olympic MVP too. Who's that? The chick that botched up the whole Olympics thing? Holy smokes. I went crazy in my Instagram stories at one point with this idiot gal for the Olympics. 1 second. Let me see if I can find those, because the Olympics. Oh, Etsy's a store. Thank you, Dusty. These Olympics were just trash. I actually have that next on my list of things to talk about. The boot. Let me go back over here. Let's go back to the beginning of the stories. Oh. The boy wonders talking his shit. Should I do that story first? Look at this. Remember Stewart? They're killing this chick in the Olympics. I know I have more. Hold on, we gotta see this. I'm stupid. I share stupid shit. My bad, yo. I know there's more Olympic stuff here. Let me see this. Olympic. Oh, man.
Okay, guys, an important part about being a performer is being able to express yourself through movement, being able to move your body to
What's her name? Ray Gun.
convey a message.
We have to be very careful with this footage over here, okay, gang? Because the Olympics are very particular with their shit.
To get something across.
I need to see memes. Hold on. I'm gonna go on Twitter. I just have to do a quick Twitter sweep first. Let me make sure there's nothing on the screen that's not supposed to be seen. Quick fast here. Because Instagram can
Okay,
get
guys,
more.
an important.
Okay. Quick fast. Let me just go over on Twitter and see if I can find some breakdancing stuff from this, because they're not bringing it back next year. I gotta, maybe my tinfoil hat might gotta come on for this segment right here, B. I don't know, B. How do you let this girl in the Olympics to make the shit just look crazy, so that when next year they say, okay, we're not bringing it back, you'd be like, duh, why would we bring it back? For this? Huh? Slow mo. She looks like she's having a convulsion. I really feel like I'm living in a simulation. Is she having a seizure? She's saying, look. Ah, the food is stuck in my throat. Oh, girl, I'm choking. Watch. I'm choking. Help. I'm choking. Yo. What are the people in the audience thinking when they're watching this? Oh, this is what black people gave to us? Okay. And this is what you guys want in the Olympics? This is what you guys consider a sport? Of course we're not going to get it. You guys have that 2 years in a row. Are you serious? Look at this. Why is she holding her face? Ouch. Ow. My neck, my back, my neck, and my back. Ah. Okay, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. There we go. Right? If I'm looking at this as a judge, Gucci goes to this a man. No, that's a whole other sport. Okay, let's keep our sports separated, gang. If I'm looking at this as a judge, not even just as a judge, because they had some real like legit judges there, right? The judges are probably like, oh my God, of course we're not going to get this back next year. Why would we?
Part about being a performer is being able to express yourself through.
Ray Gunn, 36 years old. Let me tell you something, shorty. And I'm not talking from this hip hop high horse, but stop playing with the culture like that. Stop doing that. I know you want to prove a point, and I want to express myself. Go express yourself somewhere else. I know there's people who are like, Lauer, let her do her thing. She's literally has taken the culture and pushed it 100 steps back. When I talk about the culture and I talk about the 4 elements of hip hop, breakdancing is very important. Breakdancing is still extremely current in the culture right now. There are new breakdancers being born every day. So why disrespect the culture and take the opportunity from some kid from a hood who can barely feed himself but can really breakdance because you want to express yourself? They gotta start locking some people like this up, yo. Yolanda wants to know, where was K-Dot, the culture keeper? He was sleeping. He was taking a nap. Oh, she was killing it. Look. I think she won a round. I'm not even going to get torched on Twitter for this. If they're memes, there was actually some people who were doing some shit. I can't play these, so I got to keep it slow. There was some guys who were killing shit, people from Japan and other places. So then why let this idiot come through and disrespect the thing? Right? Look at some real breakdancing. Right? This is what a lot of people were posting on their Instagram pages. What I expected from Olympic breakdances versus what I got. I know there's a copyright in there. Crazy right now. And then they got this instead. Okay? There's a million of these memes right now floating around on Instagram and Twitter and all these different places. Watch this. Okay, it's not a black or white thing or anything like that. I'm not on some shit like that. Just know how to do it, man. He might not even be killing it, and I'm impressed. Oh, he killing it. Let's go, bro. See that one right there? Watch that move. Blood clot. Right there. Jeez. Smooth. Okay, that's breaking. Oh man. Anyhow, the Olympics are done. We're not getting it next year. It's over. Okay. I don't think it was her fault, but she definitely didn't help. All right. Ray Gun, go do something else with your life. Go back to what you were doing, teaching, whatever the hell you were doing. Leave breakdancing alone. Not even for the Olympics, in totality. You're on the list with the rappers who I think are trash for rapping over their lyrics. Okay? You're breakdancing. You're not. Get out of the culture. Leave. I know if you ever see this, oh, that's harsh. Why would he say that about? No. You disrespected the culture so crazy because you wanted to express yourself. That's disrespect to the culture. That's disrespect to 50 years of hip hop. You need to leave. Okay? See your way out the door. The culture doesn't need you. Go take care of your youths. Anyhow. I mean that too, fam. Let's get to this Nipsey Hussle stuff right here. Blacc Sam did a recent interview with Big Boy, Big Salute to Big Boy. I'm gonna pull it up here on YouTube. And he spoke out about the whole thing that happened. Oh, this interview has 1.3 million on it right now. Nice. He gave more detail into the whole Nipsey Hussle unaliving, as far as whether people think it might be a setup. Actually, he said it was a setup, to be honest. Okay. Who should I go to? Let's go to the actual interview.
Me and my brother, we used to sleep in the living room with my mom's in the same bed at my grandma's house. Like, we didn't have a room. We was young.
And this is courtesy of Big Boy TV on his YouTube channel. Let's go a little bit in.
And he was like, look, this is what we gonna do. You know, this is what I'm doing. This is what I started. You know, this is the label. He had the books. You know, Master P did it like this. This is how we gonna take what we doing in the streets. And so that really gave me the direction to like have something to go
but
to.
You
to
had already been doing your thing, but kind of away from music.
Yeah.
And not to dime anything out with that, because I know just be scanned out. Everything is scanned like that. And when you talk about a smart store, bro, nobody was thinking about that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. That goes to hustle genius. You know, we scrambling, trying to get the store open. And we did like a little mini doc, and we made sure the store was filled up with clothes, and we trying to, you know, fold them correctly and make sure it's clean. And we finally ready, probably like a week and a half before the grand opening, or maybe like 2 weeks. And we doing our countdown. And Hustle like, yeah, man, I just met this guy at the Starbucks. I was going to get a tea or something, and I seen him, and I'm like, huh? He like, yeah, we about to make the store a smart store. So I'm like, what? I'm like, no. We don't got time for that. I don't even know what, like you say, I don't know what is a smart store. He's like, no, trust me, bro. So I'm pulling my.
Yo, this is a very insightful interview, even just as far as like the genesis of the store that they had. You know what I'm saying? The Marathon clothing store.
Like that. And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and smooth, and you know, we appreciated Khaled for.
So here's the meat and potatoes of this. Okay. Now and I'm going to just give you guys a quick paraphrase of what happened here before he explains it in more in depth. He's saying that Nipsey Hussle had a song with Khaled. He bought Khaled to the hood. And y'all know the song with Nipsey Hussle and Khaled. It was from 2 Khaled albums ago. Okay, and I'm going to ask a question here. Was Nipsey set up? Mad question marks. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle once again. Okay, to me, he's in my personal top 5. Okay, he might not be in everybody else's top 5, but for the rappers who I listen to on repeat, albums that I listen to on repeat, okay, Nipsey Hussle, he's in my top 5. All right. So he had DJ Khaled come through. People wanted to rob DJ Khaled over there in Crenshaw in the man's hood. However, he prevented the man them from over there, the guys from his set, from robbing Khaled. You know, he didn't, you know, there wasn't like an attempt. He just told him, you guys can't touch Khaled when he's out here. Leave him alone. He with us, he's with me. None of that checking in, any of that other stuff will be going on. Let Khaled live. And then from there was animosity. And that animosity eventually grew to the guy who's Eric Holder, his name is, or Shitty Cuz, him getting locked up for going over and murking Nipsey Hussle. Now, what people are saying from the original story was Nipsey called this guy a rat. He left, came back, and started doing his work with the Blicky. Okay? But from what Blacc Sam is saying now in this new interview right here, the story went down just a little different. So let's continue.
Not playing, and nobody saying nothing to Khaled, and nobody doing nothing to Khaled, and he's straight and Hustle frontline that. And you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that. And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and smooth, and you know, we appreciated Khaled for showing up and coming to the hood and doing the video. And you know, we knew that this was gonna be one of them videos, man. Hustle brought DJ Khaled to the hood, and you know, had John Legend in the other scene. So
mans are trying to do good and trying to even elevate their whole hood by bringing out DJ Khaled and John Legend. Holy.
We at Wally's and we just chopping it up about a lot of shit, man. Just, you know, making sure that we on point in security, and when we pull up, it's, you know, we like, Hustle, when you pull up to the shop, call us. He like, bro, I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. And we like arguing and just, you know, but turn into you know, a little bit of that, and then back to the you know, celebrating bro Adam's birthday, and Hustle got us the back room, and you know.
So you know, he goes into more detail about the whole thing with Khaled.
So one of the spots we had a little weed spots, 24-hour spot, and I think it was my boy who usually do one of the shifts. I had to cover one of the shifts, and so I think I was in it all night, and I end up, the morning shift came in, I end up leaving. And so my goal was to go to the house and sleep a couple hours and then go back to the shop and close the shop up for the rest of the night. So I'm at Granny house, sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up. And I picked the phone up, and you know, forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background, and they like, man, you know, bro got shot. So I just immediately just run out the house, and just jet out the door. My grandma was in the living room watching TV, so she seen me.
He sound like Nipsey, like their voice cadence, very much the same.
He ran out, didn't close the door, just got in the car. Grandma's on 5th in Slauson, so the shop is maybe like 6 blocks away. So I just ran every light, every stop sign, and I get there, and man, it's just
God
going
damn
crazy, man.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, man. I want to get to some of the details of what he said happened here.
So I'm just praying, you know, took my whole belief in whatever I believed in. And
is the first thing that you do, man. But where's headspace, man? Because it's hard to just not, you know, either throw it all away or give it all up.
Right.
You know, because we got Nip as friend, music, whatever it may be. You know, y'all sharing bedrooms. That's like me.
Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood.
Okay, here we go, right here.
Because he know what's going away with a pistol. That's protocol. When hustle, you know, but it was go time, man. And you know, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure we keep going.
I don't mean as random as what the public thought it was. Like Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and
I mean, you know, he already got convicted. So for me, without going into too many details,
here's the real part.
Somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You're gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You're gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking. Trying to.
He wasn't there. Keep this in mind.
You know, transition into some legitimate just selling clothes, but nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot, and had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hustle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left.
Now this conversation that he says right here.
Service. This is what I'm thinking. Trying to, you know, transition into some legit. Go through the alley.
He said they had a conversation.
Everybody else left.
They had a conversation. Now, is that the conversation? And then listen, I'm just asking you guys in the comment gang. Is this the conversation they're talking about where people said that Nipsey Hussle called him a rat? Okay, he came around no shirt and then came around with the red shirt afterwards.
They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started shooting.
Keep in mind, he came back with the red shirt. He's going to explain a little bit more in detail with the whole red shirt stuff. But Shitty Cuz, the name Cuz, being a part of his name, is a Crip. So he's going to throw on a red shirt to make it seem like it's a Blood who did it. Okay? Just to give you guys a little insight.
So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off. Or the Bloods did it. Or the Inglewood families did it. Or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random.
Keep in mind also, this is new information. Eric Holder has already been convicted. He's doing life for the murder of Nipsey Hussle. Either way, whether it was a setup or not, he's doing life because he took Nipsey Hussle off to the earth. Okay, so regardless of how it went down, this is something that he still has to go down for. The same time applies, basically.
You know, I know Hustle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle. Wherever you find him at, but on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble And if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hussle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. There was no argument, you know.
So that whole thing about the whole, oh, he called him a snitch and they were having a disagreement in the store. Blacc Sam says it's cap.
It was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey, be on deck.
Yeah,
It was none of that. It was just, you know.
They basically go into formation.
To me, it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue.
Right? That, oh, you was aggressive dialogue, i.e., yo, you were snitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you say it. You can say it calm. You can say it excitedly, right? You can never call somebody a snitch and it's not an aggressive dialogue. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Old John Crow says he speculated. Yes, he doesn't know exactly what the conversation is that happened there because, like I did mention, and like he did mention, he wasn't there. He went right home. He went from one of their weed spots, went right home, tried to get some rest. And then his phone started blowing up. So technically, Blacc Sam wasn't there. But the people that were there, I'm sure also they had video surveillance of the alleyway. I won't say I'm sure. There's a big possibility that they had video surveillance to see Eric Holder pull up, leave, pull back up again. Right? So it's not just open and shut type shit like that. Like I said, it doesn't change the amount of time that Eric Holder got, but it also gives us a little bit more insight to whether it was just some kind of random occurrence where, you know, Nipsey got into an argument with somebody and then that person got super heated, went to his car and came back and bam. No, there's connections to this whole thing. Okay. Like I said, let's bring it back to the beginning. DJ Khaled coming to the hood and niggas saying, nah, don't touch Khaled. Mans can get salty for that type of shit. Like, bruh, Khaled could have gave us 100,000 just to be out here. He's Khaled, bro. You know he got it. What you trying to do? You trying to take food out the hood's mouth? What up, cuz? Right? I wasn't in the room, but I would imagine when mans are mad about you not letting one of their members of their gang extort somebody who's coming into the city or coming into the hood, even not even just the city, the hood, that some guys will get a little salty. I don't feel that that's out of the ordinary. Right? Am I off when I think about that theory there, gang? Like a few feathers will get ruffled.
It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay, he may have, but
Dusty Wallace said, "Ain't nobody bigger than the program." Facts.
It wasn't. To me, that don't. Whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and Mag got the reverses. I mean, he got the charges reversed because Hussle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him, or he couldn't come around. Me personally, Hussle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised because we at that shop 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. Before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised. from kids to teenagers to adults. We watch them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hustle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is.
Let me show y'all something quick, fast. Let's find something. Nipsey. Because this might validate some of the stuff that they were killing this, socially killing this loose cannon guy for. Is this the one? Loose cannon Nipsey. Let me find this. Oh, he took it down. Oh, I remember. He took it down off the channel. Adam. This kind of ties into a No Jumper story. Ooh. Did Blacc Sam confirm WhyG 100 and Loose Cannon story after passing? Okay, so here's the Loose Cannon clip, if it's still available here.
Yeah. So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get the? Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police, doing like shit like that. So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that,
and how the setup is all set up, you know what I mean? Rick Ross gave the money to be.
Nipsey just got killed.
Okay, right here.
He FaceTimed me, so he
to get booked
a while back, right? And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me, so he FaceTimed.
And with all due respect, he's talking about Big U, and I say that again with all due respect. All right, I'm trying to go to the West Coast. I'm not trying to have no problem.
And stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered.
So a few minutes before, Big U calls him, says, yo, Nipsey just got killed. All right. This man over here, Loose Cannon, is like, yo, for real, doesn't call Nipsey, which is crazy. However, let's
to the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him to call you just got?
Nipsey calls him, and he doesn't tell him that somebody just said that you got killed.
Oh, you didn't even mention it.
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck you talking?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, "Yeah, I love you, cuz," or whatever like that. I'll see you later, or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey, and so I'm like,
wait.
30 minutes later,
you get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
Now this is months old. All right. This is probably 4 months old, maybe 5 at this point. And Adam had some issues about this because Big U wasn't trying to have his name smutted out like that, making it look like he was trying to set up Nipsey Hussle or something. Okay. Now I know also there's people who have an issue with WhyG 100, because WhyG 100 keeps on claiming that he has this video of Nipsey moving in some ayo type of ways. Okay, as somebody, as I said in the beginning of this, who respected Nipsey to the fullest, was a super fan of this nigga's music, I got to make sure I bring all the facts out. Okay. So WhyG has always been very adamant about the fact that he has some kind of wild video of Nipsey. People feel that he's a Nipsey Hussle detractor because he brought up some point saying that people wouldn't be rocking with Nipsey unless as much if he didn't die. Right? just not the most favorable things to be saying about a gentleman who passed away. Far less more a legend. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand the argument that WhyG brings. But he brought this guy on, Loose Cannon, onto the Adam and WhyG show over there on No Jumper, and he said some wild shit. Now Loose Cannon feels super validated after this Blacc Sam interview. Okay? Now, still, that it doesn't make it any better that the man called you, let you know that Nipsey Hussle was dead. You spoke to Nipsey, he wasn't dead, and you ain't tell him that somebody just said it. Big U claimed that you was dead. It's kind of foul, my guy. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? So when it comes to this Blacc Sam interview, this really validates a lot of that story that, like I said, Adam actually took down on the behalf of Big U. Okay? Big U wasn't trying to have his name moving around in the streets like that, connected to such a big legend like Nipsey Hussle passing. So Adam did him a favor and actually took it down. Okay? But now with this interview here, which I don't see Blacc Sam as a liar. He seems like a very stoic, even-keeled, you know what I'm saying, humble gentleman. So I can't see him being out here just making up stories, especially about his dead brother. Like, that just would be heinous. He doesn't seem like a clout chaser to me. You get me, gang? He doesn't seem like the clout chasey type. So, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle once again. I'm asking you guys here in the chat, was Nipsey Hussle set up? 84% of y'all say yes. Okay? And I'll say once again, this doesn't change Eric Holder's sentence. I think somebody said 60 years that he was sentenced to. I don't know if that's the case. I would imagine it's 25 years. But nonetheless, it does give a lot of clarity to even the premeditated factors of what goes into this whole case right here. It wasn't a random act. It was definitely, if Blacc Sam is saying it, I believe Blacc Sam. That shit was premeditated. Okay. So once again, salute to Nipsey Hussle. R.I.P. Salute to Nipsey Hussle's family. Condolences to them, and R.I.P. to the legend Nipsey Hussle. Let's get off of this though. Let us get off of this. Comment gang strong. Make sure to hit that like button for everybody who's already been here for a minute, and anybody who's popping in brand new. Smash that like button. Let's get the algorithms popping. I see right now we got about 22 likes. Let's get this live to about 50 likes before the end. And let's really, really get that algorithm popping. You know what I'm saying? Comment gang super strong. Let's move on though. Let us move on. I have WhyG's making 15K off of clothing in a week. Cityboy JJ's chain. Let's go to this bad story and then maybe we can end with some good stories. Because, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. Here we go. Big salute to Cityboy JJ. There's a picture right here of the man's chain. Thanks for the chain at Cityboy JJ. And I'll give you guys a quick. Let me just look him up here. Cityboy JJ. Let me pull this up on the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. He's a Toronto influencer. He does skits, if I'm not mistaken. He's been on multiple podcasts. He's always got some kind of thing going on. This is who he is right here. All right, South Asian gentleman. One of the brown boys, as we say over here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I could find some of his content. this nigga a model or some shit? Niggas on his moggling thing.
That hot girl by my anthem, turn it up and throw attention. Turn it up and throw attention. This that throw up in your.
What's in this bio? Cityboy.com. Hold on, let me switch the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Oh, Young Hazek, thank you. He was on friggin' what you call it? Big Brother. Okay, this is his website right here.
We could go band for band. Fuck that. We can go M for M. What or no?
No copyright, sir. Yo, the man's taking picture with bare people. There's something that I'm going to show you guys soon, and this is viewer discretion advised. I'm just looking up some more content to just get you guys a little familiar with who he is. Let's go up on YouTube quick fast. Big salute to the boy DJ Czar. I know Czar interviewed him not too long ago. DJ Chris say, Wagwan. Wagwan, my brother. Hold on, let me put DJ Chrissy on the screen right there. Pow. Let's go on to Borough Sounds. Borough Sounds TV. Pow.
All right, yo, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Did you guys jump long tendo?
Bro.
I don't know.
No. These people come up with is crazy.
Bro, social media, you guys are
serious.
not real, bro. They're
Social
not real.
media right now, you don't understand every.
Studio look familiar? Big salute to DJ Czar. Let's see here.
Actually hurt him, which is crazy.
Okay, let me get a rundown of the story. Were any of you there?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
no, we weren't there.
Okay, none of these guys are present, so they did not jump.
I'll tell you,
No.
I can tell you the POV though that happened. I was with Gigi. I'll tell you the POV. Do you remember that when we were getting braids?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened. All right, look. So let me get into this. All right.
Wait, did
so
you say
you're getting braids? We're getting braids.
Him and Longshan, when they were doing their own thing, right? You get a phone call, and then I answer the call. He's like, yo, JJ, come DT right now. And then I'm like, I'm all the way I'm in another city. You know what I'm saying? We're all in the next city, and DT is like 40 minutes away. I'm like, bro, we can't make DT. What are you talking about? Right? He's like, Longshan got hurt. He fell off a scooter. And then I'm like, okay, he probably just, in my head, I'm thinking he scratched his leg, because him falling off a scooter, you know, I'm thinking elbow scratch.
Yeah, there's some influencer who fell off a scooter, got mashed up or some shit. That's a whole other story. So yeah, let me see if I can find just a little bit more before I show you all this other video that I'm not really going to show you guys too much of. Cityboy JJ. We're going to look together.
You have any hidden talents?
Broski, I am a talent. I'm Cityboy JJ, but my hidden talent is dancing. I know how to dance.
Can you show me a couple moves?
Of course.
What the hell am I seeing? Yo, what going? We ain't getting copyright for these guys. This guy right here in the middle. Is this the guy who freaking got mashed up? He fell off the bike or some shit. So these guys are pretty popular in the city. Even if you go look back on his page right here, if I could pull up his Instagram page, he has a pretty good set of followers. Let me pull up his Instagram page again before we get to the story. Apparently, this guy got the shit kicked out of him. Yeah, he got 77,000 followers. Okay, so I'm going to pull up another link. And like I said, once again, viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Lord Jesus, hold on. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know why they ran up on the youth, but they did him dirty. Yo, whoa. Can't show that on the screen. So things went left. Okay, this apparently, and just to make sure, Ridgeway Plaza in Mississauga, and that's in Mississauga. Ridgeway Plaza is like not just them specifically, but Mississauga and places like Woodbridge. And correct me if I'm wrong. Woodbridge Plaza, or sorry, Ridgeway Plaza might not be in Saga. Okay, Common Gang Strong. If I'm saying it's in the wrong place, let me know. Okay. A bunch of from what I heard, like Pakistani youths jumped this guy, him and his people, and did them dirty. Haley Culture says Brampton. Is that where Ridgeway Plaza is? Let me double check that. I actually have Google. I don't know why I don't use Google sometimes. Ridgeway Plaza. Mississauga. It's in Saga. Yeah, it's in Saga. I knew what I was talking about. So over in Saga and other places like Woodbridge and other places that are like more spread out and people got to do a lot of driving too, there's a lot of parking lot hangouts. All right, people go hang out after the club, before the club, maybe not even going to the club. They just go to a Tim Hortons parking lot. Everybody pulls up in their hot whips and they just chill out. Okay, there's different communities of people who do this as well. Like this happens, for example, with this is like the South Asian community. So there's probably some Sikh youths there, or some people pronounce it Sikh, right? But Sikh youths there. There's some Pakistani youths there. There's Sudanese. There's people from all over the place. Okay, hanging out in the lot. So let me make this bigger again. I just don't want to show the fighting because YouTube can't show fighting. So I got to kind of play by play. So there's Cityboy JJ. And they, Jesus Christ. They got him stripped down right now. Blood seed. And at this point, he has no chain on, nothing. Let me go back just a little bit. Like I said, I just don't want to show fighting. It's just can't do it. There's a lot of footage here, man. They're getting like these niggas is in 4K. Holy. I'm gonna get. Don't DM me, please. Don't DM me later. I know I'm gonna. Yo, Friday. Yo, that was me in that video. Yo. Delete that video. No, don't DM me. Cityboy JJ is cool, but the rest of y'all niggas, you can't DM me. I don't care. Yo, look at the people in the parking lot. Like families and shit like that. This young boy here. Shorty's got like traditional garb on and stuff like that. She looks like a mom or an auntie. Log one. Salute to 905 Hub who provided this here too. There's like a little kid right there. Yo, there's bare people in the parking lot. How they got so much people in the parking lot over there? What is happening? What be happening over there by Ridgeway Mall that they got that many people in the parking lot? Is it really the car show stuff, or not the car show, but like the hangout thing that I was just explaining, or was there an actual event going on over there? Holy. Salute to the Reddit. Just look at my youths there. Look at yo. Am I tripping? Yo, what is this hangout that's happening here? Somebody put me on. Somebody from the South Asian community, anybody who's in the chat right now, there's a link at the top of the chat that's pinned to the top of the chat. Put me on. What is exactly happening over here in this vicinity? What kind of event? Is it an event? Is this this is a weekly occurrence that happens over here? Put me on, because there's bare people in this parking lot right now. But like, not like just a bunch of gangsters hanging out with their whips, like families and shit like that, like watching the beatdown, like for real. Yo, 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 copy, yo, 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 guidelines. Oh, here comes the police. Hold on. How long is this video right here? A minute and 11 seconds. It took a whole 1 minute for the police to get over there. Probably longer. Yo. Dark said regular thing, G. Really? That's a regular thing? Like 200 people in the parking lot just chilling? Kids out after 11 o'clock? Wagwan. Do we need to have a conversation about parenting or something? Because this is different, B. Somebody could have got shot in that parking lot. Real, no cap. No kizzy. And this guy still wants to fight? See, this is Cityboy right here. Yo, boy, them thing wasn't trying to break up shit. So this is where we get from there to, if I can go back one, hopefully without getting hey. Do I have to go back to my other page? Here, right here. This is where we get to this. Thanks for the chain, Cityboy JJ. Cityboy. I don't know what this word is blanked out. Come get your chain back. Yo, that's how the Pakistani youths are moving? Yo, them niggas is gangster like that, bro. Like, without, you know, no offense to like my own people. Like, I thought only niggas talk like that. Yo, come get your chain back, B. Get it back in blood. What? The Pakistani youths are moving like that too? Yo, come get your chain back. I'm not even trying to make fun of y'all niggas, bro, because y'all niggas seem apparently are a gangster. Okay? I don't care if the cousins, aunties, uncles, everybody's in the parking lot. We crashing out. That's gangster. I guess. You know what I'm saying? They crash out in front of anybody. Everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, salute to Cityboy JJ. Hopefully, how do we get a chain back in a situation like this? Right? Is it just count your losses, take the L, or you get it back? You know what I'm saying? You make your calls, see if you can get it back, or spin the block. All right, let me know what y'all would do in the comments. Comment gang strong. I need to do something quick fast. I just have one, I think maybe two stories more to go. Big salute to everybody in the comment gang. Comment gang strong. I'm going to pull up something that I just recorded not too long ago. Just give me not even 2 minutes. Yo, what are y'all saying about that What's the Dirt interview? Quick fast. Like, does the world still hate What's the Dirt? Is that still a thing? Is everybody still, oh, I can't believe he betrayed us. he was all good when he was praising Kendrick, but as soon as he said Kendrick could lie, all his content is trash. This is not What's the Dirt, by the way. This is, or not any of related to him. This is Chris Muslis. Had an interview with him not too long ago when he was trapped in Trinidad. I'm just going to play a quick second of this.
My lawyer wanted me to
I'll be right
able
back.
to stay in Canada or continue to travel like I normally do, because everything's electronic in Trinidad. You don't go to court. It's all by webcam anyway. But they denied me. Like it's mandatory that I come back for court next week.
Okay.
And
so,
if I don't show up, I'm going to be convicted of this crime.
So you got to go back to Trinidad.
Yeah. Even though it's not a trial, it's only like a 5 to 10 minute, very quick, brief appearance. You know, the trial itself could be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, but they still want me coming back for every 5-minute appearance. You know, I'm confident the reason that I was thrown or given this charge is like a slap on the hand. Like, we don't appreciate what you did. Now let me put you through some nonsense.
It's weird when it comes to like countries and policies and like just, you know, especially tourist places. I would imagine in their mind they want to make sure that Trinidad looks as appetizing as a country to go to.
Yeah.
So when you start seeing shit like a bunch of gangs and guns and stuff, like I'm familiar because I'm Caribbean, like I have family in Barbados and stuff, and they talk about, oh yeah, I'm hearing it's bad in Trinidad, but unless you actually see it, nobody really knows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure some of these guys are like, no, we can't expose this. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it doesn't mean that.
But I mean, on their daily news, every day there's 10 murders, right? It's just that they're only showing that to the people of Trinidad.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
So now when I'm going and talking to a guy that has a gun that's probably killed some people, and he's saying the reason he's doing these crimes is because there's no opportunity for him, that makes the government look bad.
Yeah. So sorry about that, gang. Whew, I was holding that piss like a racehorse, bro. Yeah, big salute to Christmas List. He was back here. I don't know if he's already left and, you know, is back on Trinidadian soil. He has to go back there and deal with his case as far as what happened with him with the whole, I don't know, getting locked up there for just, I don't know, wild reasons. They didn't have a real reason to have him locked up over there, but we got to do an exclusive interview. We got to chop it up, get into a lot of different things. Wild stories, eating rats and camel and all types of stuff. The man's been all over the world, 128 countries. Exclusive interview on the way. I'm in on my interview grind. I'm not even gonna lie. Let me just show you all a quick couple of things, and then we're gonna get into our last couple stories here. As far as stories that I still want to cover, there is the Bundog face reveal. I don't know how that happened. That's crazy. And maybe we can get into some of this YG stuff. 1 second. Let me show y'all what I've been on as far as my Instagram grind. Let's go over to the We Love Hip Hop Network page. Make sure to follow us up on Instagram, We Love Hip Hop Network. I just had an interview with this gentleman right here, Color Boy, aka CLB Toronto. This interview, when y'all see it, it's going to be a very interesting interview. He got to explain his story and stuff like that, but like, it's going to be a dope interview. All right, look out for it. He actually had a crazy story where a girl, and I'll just tell y'all this quick fast. There was a girl in one of his music videos. Everything was all fine and dandy once the music video was shot. It was out there on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, her parents started complaining, saying, yo, what are you doing music videos? And then she requested for this nigga to take the music video down because her parents were tripping. But there's a whole bunch of other stories, issues that he had with Top 5, bunch of shit that's going on. But let us move on. I want to get into this YG shit. Let me pull up what I'm looking at here on the screen. We'll just speed through this one real quick, fast. And big salute to the boy, Big 35, aka YG. Says YG, he posted this on his Twitter page. And let me make sure y'all can see what I'm looking at on the screen. He says 15K in 7 days selling shorts and shirts. I'm getting a free million off rap or drip. One of the two watch. Okay. Listen, man. I ain't mad at him, bro. Y'all see YG, some of those the drip that YG be rocking? I knew that he was out here trying to sell some clothes at the same time. There'd be no way, man, just always this drippy and niggas ain't trying to put some kind of money in his pocket and say, yo, bro, can I get some drip? Let me just show y'all YG quick fast. Salute to YG 35. These niggas stay deleting shit off their pages. Jesus Christ.
Shane 5 don't drink liquor, you know. He is raw. Get him some water. You want some water?
Get him some lean.
Man's mosh up. This guy takes down bare post. What's going on here?
Genji tips, I might mix it with friendship. Oh shit, Kwame, they long live that, should have had a vest. Popsy and Popsy, they both got left. Not smart, he got shot in the head, made a mess.
Yo, YG sick with it, yo. Right? It's these things right here.
If you ain't get the whole clip, got majority. Got your bitch in a hotel, Mr. Mosby.
This. Hold on. Let me pause it at the right place. This is what he's selling. This 35 drip with the 35 and the snakes and stuff like that on the side. He's saying that he made $15K in 7 days off of this right here. Salute to Randy. Randy's going off. Come here, Randy. $15K in 7 days, the man said he made off of this. You know what I'm saying? So I look at this as a teachable moment also for other artists out there. Diversify your portfolio. Okay? Make sure that if you're building your name and your visibility as a I don't want to use the word character. As a personality. My bad. As a personality out there. If you're building your name and building up your likeness as a personality out there, you want to diversify that catalog. Don't just be depending on YouTube views and Spotify streams and shit like that. You know, that works. If you're, you know, somebody like YG streams a lot and he puts out a lot of music. So he's consistently being able to keep money flowing without being in the streets. So I gotta salute him for that. All right, salute to one Daniel. Salute. All right, but like, keep on diversifying the portfolio, like how YG's doing right here. 15K in 7 days. That's a lot. Y'all think he capping? I think he's telling the truth. Okay, even if he's in the ballpark of 15K. To be making money off of clothing that has something to do with your likeness, you're maximizing the likeness that you have. You feel me? So, like I said, I'm just going to speed through the story. We ain't going to stay on it super long. It's not such an exclusive, wild story. But, you know, for artists out there who are trying to do their thing and they start noticing that their notoriety is building, you know, their following on Instagram is getting pretty tough, even on TikTok and other places. Like I just showed you TikTok videos in all different places. Triller, this nigga's still on Triller putting up videos. So YG's definitely busy. He's serious about his career. So big salute to Big 35, aka YG. I want to check something quick fast before I delve into the story. If I delve into it. If not, we might just be able to move on to some other shit. As far as with this BFR Bundog story, y'all seen that? I don't know if the man was feeling a ways. There's a face reveal that's floating around about BFR Bundog. Okay, let me post let me show you what I'm looking at on the screen. And I'm not going to post a face reveal. Because they're saying, or not they're saying, I seen it. I just don't know how much he feels about this. Okay. Big salute to BFR Bundog. You can see him right here. There's Pressa over here. He's always somewhere in the cut. Right? These people's faces are clouded out over here with the picture with 50. He's been mentioned a few times. See, he's always masked up. That's kind of his thing. I'll be truthful with y'all. I've seen what he looked like. I think multiple people have seen what BFR Bundog looks like. It's not like a secret as far as people behind the scenes. But in front of the scenes, you'll be hard pressed to ever see Bundog without the mask. Let me just double check on something here. Y'all can go up on Reddit. Interesting. There's a face reveal that he has, but I'm looking at the account here. And I'm intentionally looking at it behind the scenes because, like I said, I don't know how much he wants that information out there in the open. Let me double check these comments here. Sorry to be so like elusive with this story. Who's this here? Chintiki. Wednesday, Ricky still doing this bunk podcast. So then why you here, fam? Go watch something else, bro. Yeah, we almost at episode 500. Audio's out tomorrow morning, twice a week. This is what we do over here. Go watch the other podcasts. Do that. Okay? Go to the other 5, 10 other podcasts that you guys have a choice of. Let me put your name up again over here. Chintiki. Okay, you want a little bit of shine? Go watch the other 50 Toronto podcast. This is not even a podcast right now. It's a live stream, dummy. I do the podcast separately. Okay? Since you got all these choices to go watch from, Canadian-wise, I'm not talking about Joe Button. I'm not talking about Nori or somebody else. Go watch the other 50 Canadian hip-hop podcasts to go watch. Go watch those ones then. Get off of the channel. Weirdo. Okay, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Oof. And I might cut it later on in the video. I don't think it was like so crazy and surprising that the nigga looks like Pressa. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple videos, and I'm just putting the comments on the screen now. And y'all can like, maybe we can go look through the comments, but I'm not going to keep the thing up, the picture. Because like I said, sometimes these internets, they play games. Okay? They'll be like, oh, this is Bundog who posted that. But then low-key, it's AI. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get this off the screen. It's kind of a sticky story to me. Okay, let's put these back up, the ones with the masks. Bundog be moving around. Okay. It's not a surprise to me. The first time I seen Bundog pull up at the studio, like for his first interview years ago, I was like, Yeah, it looks like an older version of Press. It's not like it wasn't a surprise to me. But I don't know. He posted this in his stories. I don't know what made him decide to do that and just be like, F it. Yo, this is what I look like. You know what I mean? But hey, here we go. Here we go. The reveal is here. All right. Big salute to Bundog. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep this story up because you just never know what these people on the net, they might say, yeah, that was posted from his stories and it is super cap. Right. But other than that, like, salute to him. Right. Let the man be free. Let him do whatever he wants, man. Niggas shouldn't have to always be masked up. Before I get out of here, I just want to cover a little bit of house cleaning. I think we're done as far as stories. Chin Tiki said, I got a ban for every view you get Wednesday. I got a little bit of time today. Let's leave that amazing comment up on the screen. I got a ban for every view you get Wednesday. So why don't you take all your street money that you be talking, because I know you're bragging. Oh, I got stacks. You know what I'm saying? I be out here. I got out the H. I got everything that I need, like, because I got all these bands. Okay, we got a video that did like 100,000, 116,000 the other day. You want to give me a stack for every one of those, pussy? Let me know. Because when it comes to stuff like this is the type of niggas that jump in people's comments and hate on their shit. But if you got all this money, a ban for every view that I get because, you know, this is not going to do a few thousand views later on, and then you're going to have to shut up and then not have to send me the money because you don't got it. What ends up happening is all that money talk that you have, put it into making your own podcast, bro. Put it into getting 4K cameras and microphones. Not this microphone here. This is one of my 7 microphones, okay? So that I can interview multiple guests. Put that money into that. Put your money where your mouth is, broski. Do some kind of what they call communication with other people, if you can do that instead of being a goof troll in the comments. Do some kind of communication with people and try to broker getting some co-host and stuff like that. And then go through booking guests and guests until you have hundreds of interviews before you come in my comments talking shit. You don't deserve to be over here talking shit, broski. Like I said, if you don't like this platform here, go watch the other 50 Toronto hip-hop platforms that they have. Because guess what? They ain't none. Niggas don't have the intestinal fortitude to be able to do 2 episodes a week. Far less more 1. So what the fuck are you doing talking to me, B? Niggas be on some trash goof shit. Get out of my comments with that shit, bro. Start your own podcast, and then you can talk to me. All right? We're going to episode 500, fam. Do 20 episodes. Half of these niggas can't even get to 100. Don't watch my shit no more. Matter of fact, when I get off of this, I'm going to block you, and then you can go watch all of the other podcasts that you have a choice of. Okay? I bet you're gonna run out of choices real quick, my G. Goof. Get out of here, B. Anyhow, look out for the TV Gucci interview dropping tomorrow morning, all listening platforms. The video dropping 6 p.m. like clockwork. Yo, again, like clockwork, all right? 2 episodes a week. We drop Monday, 3 a.m. So that by the time people are driving to work, they got an episode. They got something to listen to, something they could depend on. They can't depend on goofy ass niggas like, what's your name again? Let me give you some shine again. Chin Tiki. Yo, bro, your name's Chin Tiki, bro. Run up. And Thursday morning, 3 a.m., new episode on the way, TV Gucci, exclusive. Well, not exclusive. He's been moving around. But we got him. You find the interview. You do it next time. Weirdo. Anyhow, we off of this. Deuces.